One thing you gotta love about Jamarr Chase, whether you like him or not, is he's very honest. He's almost brutally honest with what he says. And he says things with purpose. When he says stuff, he doesn't just say stuff to say stuff. He says stuff for a reason. He responded after, obviously, Sunday's loss to the Houston Texans, and this is what he had to say. I don't really look at football like that. It's just winning, losing right now. And like I keep saying, gotta get more consistent, Chase said after the game. Offense making plays, like we did in the last 3 games. Even though T. Higgins was down, I was a little limited. Just, offense gotta step up sometimes. Other people gotta make plays too. And I think that's the best way to put it overall wise. Now, I have to give credit where credit is due. Tanner Hudson has stepped up immensely in the absence of T. Higgins. He has stepped up immensely since he has joined the squad. And last week, if not for his second foot coming down out of bounds, would have had one of the most critical plays in that game. Tyler Boyd, I love Tyler Boyd, I really do. He's had some great games this year. But then you look at last week, and he had 2 critical drops. And again, like I said, that is escalated / more enhanced because of our failures around the other parts of our offense. Now, at the end of the day, when injuries happen, right? And when Jamarr is limited and T is out the game and Yoshi got hurt in that game, it's sad we cannot step up as a team outside of that, right? Because Tanner Hudson is a guy that, we picked up / is putting in as a starter now when we paid all this money to Irv Smith. And don't get me wrong, Irv Smith the last couple games has been okay, but we really need him to step up. Drew Sample has been stepping up. Mitchell Wilcox is a 0 factor. Chuck Sizzle, and I will say it like this, because I'm going to pull up the snap count real fast on offense last week, kind of to see where we are. We were looking with Chuck Sizzle. Because if I believe so correctly, other than punt returns, Chuck Sizzle last week, I don't think he had many offensive snaps, unless I'm completely incorrect. He had 0 offensive snaps. He was inactive last week. That's why. Okay, so forgot about that. I thought he was playing it last week. So he was inactive last week, even though he is back from his thumb injury. Full participant in practice every single day. He was inactive. So we did go ahead and pick up Kwame. We activated him to the 53-man roster. He was also inactive for that game. We also activated Cedric Jackson. And out of all 3 of those options, we went with Cedric Jackson in that game. He received 0 snaps. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this over here for you guys so we can see this. It's a mess. It's truly a mess overall wise. And you can see right here, Tanner Hudson, he played 20% of the snaps. He played way more snaps than Mitchell Wilcox. He played almost as many snaps as Drew Sample did. And he played almost more snaps than Irv Smith. When you have a tight end, Tanner Hudson here, who is your not undrafted, but your free agent option here that you pick up that was on your practice squad, and now he's becoming literally your best option and getting the most snaps because the other tight ends can't produce. That's a problem. It's a huge, major problem. Yoshi last week had 18 snaps. Trenton Irwin had 52 snaps, and he had the touchdown. So there's no reason why Trenton Irwin shouldn't be out there. Some questionable decisions he's had, let's be honest, on punt returns and kick returns. Actually, not punt returns, kick returns. But other than that, though, actually, no, it was punt returns. When Chuck Sizzle was out, he was punt returner. Tyler Boyd, he had 92% of the snaps. Jamarr Chase, 84%. Chase is right. We need these guys to start stepping up and doing something. And it's kind of getting pathetic when our 4th-string tight end is our best option at this point. Because our big name guy that we got in free agency and spent all that money for can't get the job done. And guys that we brought back, these 2 guys, don't draft a tight end. Bring back these 2 guys. What have they done? Drew Sample, he has redeemed himself. 1,000% Drew Sample, you redeemed yourself, my man. You are in the clear. You are not in this conversation. You are in this conversation, Mr. Wilcox. You haven't done anything. I know you're a blocking tight end, and I get that. You need to start doing something. Tanner Hudson cannot take this team over and do everything. So, moving forward, to Chase's point, we do need to start seeing more out of these other players in this offense. Yoshi, I will say, for being a rookie and the limited snap count he does get, he has looked very good. But I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, just because I like Yoshi, which I do like Yoshi, but I'm not going to sit here and try to defend him here. He needs to step up too. His injury last week definitely hindered us and hurt us a lot. And yeah, it is what it is, right? He needs to step up. When he's not in the game, Tyler Boyd's our number 2 receiver. So again, and I repeat, those drops last week, a critical 3rd down and 10 that he dropped and destroyed a whole entire drive and momentum. Well, yes, one play doesn't dictate anything. He dropped a touchdown pass. One play does not dictate anything. When the rest of the team isn't stepping up, it does. It really does. Because it's at this point now, we're getting to a point where we feel like we're pulling off our fingernails trying to get even first downs. Last week was pathetic getting first downs. So, I don't even know at this point what to do. Because you're not going to go pick up anybody. You're not going to go to free agency and try to get someone else. So, you either kind of consistently stay in the same mediocrity of saying, well, hopefully this guy goes, hopefully this guy steps up, hopefully this guy steps up, and just wait for T. Higgins to come back. But by that time, you could be 3 losses down the line. You lose the Ravens, then you play the Steelers, you could be 3 losses down the line. And it sucks. It really does. But Chase is right. Chase is right that we need these guys to start stepping up. Like, it's honestly pathetic at this point. Now, we don't know if... I think Chuck Sizzle will play this weekend. Or sorry, not weekend. This Thursday, I think he will play. He should play. There's no reason not to. You were out for over a month. Now you're back from your thumb injury. You're full participant in practice every single day. Get his butt out there. I get it, he broke his thumb. But listen, you're recovered. Like, you at some point got to start contributing to this offense. Because so far this year, if we look at it, the guy has 3 snaps on offense all year. Now, he's special team, don't get me wrong, that's awesome. We drafted you in the 4th round, Chuck Sizzle. We need you to be more than a special teamer. If Yoshi was a 6th round pick, and he's getting, this amount of snaps out there and becoming this consistent, and he has a touchdown this year, Chuck Sizzle, we need you to do it too. And this is not on Chuck Sizzle either, because this is the offensive play calls. This is, obviously Brian Callahan and Zach Taylor giving him snaps or not. Chuck Sizzle does not decide if he gets snaps or not. He does not. That is the coaches. So this is my message to the coaches, that you need to start putting Chuck Sizzle in these games. Okay, you need to start putting Chuck Sizzle in these offensive games. I understand in the preseason, he got hurt. And when you use him too much, he could get hurt. And you're scared that you use him too much on offense, he's going to get hurt again, and now you lose a punt returner. So they're trying to keep him just for punt return for that said reason. If that's the case, then he's worthless to this team. He's honestly worthless to the team if that's the case. Because then he's a bust. We drafted him to be a replacement for Tyler Boyd. If he can't play because he is going to risk injury or just simply not get open or not catch the ball and he's a liability, then he's a bust pick. I don't think he is, though. I don't think he is a bust pick. I don't think he can get open or can't make plays. They need to start giving him opportunities to go make plays. Because at this point, we need every single player possible to have the opportunity to make plays, to get open, to catch passes. And it's going to be a long season, guys. It's going to be a long rest of the season. We will be fine. We will go win the Super Bowl. And I still will say that till the cows come home. Because I truly do believe that. This team is special. But right now, we need to put all the pieces together. And every time it looks like we have the pieces put together, we fall apart. And, it's like we're playing, what's that game? Oh, What's that piece where you pull the pieces out one at a time? Django. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.